Well, this is what came in the mail today. Mostly forgot about it, but I ordered it about 2 weeks ago. Just waiting for it to come in. And don't really need another laptop, but came across this one and it was a deal too cheap to, not get. And I figure I can cram it somewhere. It'd be easier than carrying a big laptop around. So I got this little one here. For the most part, it should suit most of my needs. So we got the Dell Mini 10. Not really too much to it. Let's open it up. See what we got here. Got that. And there it is. Slide this guy open. Got some sort of cloth here. Put my hand over my thing. We're doing this in HD and I don't want anybody copying off my thing here, but it comes in all white, black. Looks like it handles fingerprints quite horribly. I can already see them piling up from just that. Open them up here. Like that. It's not too bad. They say it's a 92% size keyboard, which I believe it. Seems to be alright. People have complained about this little trackpad here, but I don't know. I gave one a whirl at Best Buy the other day, and it seemed to be alright, so I can live with it. Plus, I believe there's some sort of hack you can do to make it multi-touch, so you can do all that pinch to zoom stuff that people love so much. Anyway, the thing unique about this one is it's got this little ledge on the back here, which some people don't like. But the only thing I didn't like about netbooks is they had, at one time when you get a larger 6-cell battery, kind of pokes off the back here and hangs off and just looks kind of horrible. Like it's going to fall off or break. And Dell, in this model, the Mini 10, this is the 1012 actually, they I can do it all at once here. No. There we go. Instead of having it hang off the edge like that, they just made the whole case a little bit longer. So that way it doesn't look so fragile. And you can get it in there. So the entire 6-cell thing fits within the boundaries of the case here, which is nice. And according to reports, this thing is supposed to last for about 8 hours. So that's good to know. We've got the Ethernet port on this side, a USB, microphone, headphone. On this side, another USB, another USB, VGA out. The nice thing about this one is the power adapter, which I'll show you here in a second as I pull it out of the package. There's a little wall wart, which is nice because that way you don't have the two pieces, you know, a brick and a power cord, then another power cord attached to that. So I like that part of it. And for the most part, looks alright. We'll open it up and see what it looks like. Start it up. It's got Windows 7 Starter, which I wasn't too thrilled about, but I mean, I don't have Windows 7 Starter to play with, so I'll figure how horrible it is or if it's not bad with the standard 1 gig of RAM that comes with it. Anyway, that's it for now. We'll take a look at what else we got. We've got that wall wart, like I mentioned earlier. I figure I like this a lot better than having, you know, that brick, a power cord, and another power cord on either side of it. So that's handy. Some setup guide. One more thing I just noticed about this. It is a 3-prong connection. It's grounded, which some of the other ones that I've seen. Let's see if I can dig one out here. This one is from a Dell Mini 10. I'm sorry, a Dell Mini 9, and this one again is not grounded. so you can plug it into a few more outlets or an extension cord if you don't have any power nearby. Whereas this model would have to, have a grounded one. No big deal, but again, just let you know the differences. And we'll do a comparison of the Mini 9 to the Mini 10 sometime here in the future. Works, drivers, utilities. Apparently they did not ship my Windows 7 starter disk. I'll have to call them and request one of those. But so far that's what it looks like here. And we've got the Dell Mini. Alright, well, we haven't charged it or anything, but we'll give it a shot, turn it on, see how much battery life it comes with. Just straight from Dell, if any. Looks like it's doing something. Let's see. And again, this is the first time it's starting up, so we're going to get, Windows 7 needs to do this, Windows 7 needs to do that. I'm not really sure what to expect. I haven't played around with Windows 7, but I'll shut up for a minute here while it fast forwards. And you obviously don't want to sit here and watch an entire minute of this thing starting up. But I will let you know that we got one of these little USB adapters. I didn't order it with Bluetooth because it costs like 20 bucks. And this little USB Bluetooth thing that you can get for, $2-3 bucks off certain places on the internet, which you may put a link up to if we remember. Costs $2 bucks, fits in a little USB slot as such, and basically hooks it up to a Bluetooth mouse, so that way even if this trackpad, is horrible, what do I have? I got this little thing hanging off the side. It's not bad, can't knock it off. It's not like one of those big USB Bluetooth dongles that can fall off. Additionally, I did forget to mention that it does have a card reader. It's got a secure digital memory stick Pro, and I don't know what else. It's the standard, card reader you'd expect to see on a laptop. But I figured I'd save $20 by not buying Dell's version of the Bluetooth thing and just getting this little Bluetooth guy right here. So we'll see how it works with this. One thing that's different here is it's got a nice layout for the keyboard for the most part, what you'd expect to see on a laptop. The first Dell set, the keyboard was horrible. It had different things and keys weren't even in the right places. People were ordering the international version of the keyboard, and I got a Dell Mini 9 here, so let's see. Anyway, it's quite the 10 versus the 9. The keyboard is quite a bit bigger, easier to type on for sure. Like I said, this one claims to be a 92% keyboard, whereas the 9, I don't even know what they claim it is. But notice on the 9 it doesn't have any of the F keys across the top, which may or may not be a problem. You still have to hit a function key to get in there, whereas on this one it has the function keys. But what they've done differently in this version of the 10 is, instead of having, the F keys as the default keys across the top, you actually have to hit the function key to get the F keys. Because for the most part, I'm sure there's not really too many programs out there that people use the F keys for anymore. Aside from, saving files or Alt F4 and quitting out of things. This one by default, if you hit, the F2 key, for example, it actually enables or disables the Wi-Fi. F3 checks the battery. F4, F5 do the brightness without holding down a function key, which may or may not be handy. Mute, volume up, volume down, etc. all the way through there. So they've made it easier, I guess, for most users. So if you're a habit of using the F keys, you know, by default it's set to the F keys. You have to hold down the function key to use them. In addition, you can go into the BIOS and change it back, make the F keys standard, but you know, I kind of like it. I like the ability of not having to find the function key, you know, and hit the key, because I honestly don't use the function key. I don't hit the F1 key for help. I don't really use that. Anyway, we've got another screen here, and I have not hooked up this mouse yet. I will in about 30 seconds. Don't want it to receive anything from Dell. And don't want this, so we'll go ahead and save that. Again, it's going through this whole process here. Takes quite a while, I suppose, but like I said, it's been a while since I've had to deal with it. And with Windows 7, you know, I'm kind of going it with it on the screen so you guys can see what to expect, I suppose, when you get one. Alright. Another thing I've read and I've come across is the Windows 7 starter doesn't allow you to change the background. There are a couple of hacks you can have, but by default you're not supposed to be able to change the background. It looks like Dell put some sort of space theme on here with this little toolbar across the top, so we'll just have to wait for things to load up. We're finally here at the desktop. It will probably be edited out in the version you see, or run fast forward, which is fine by me, but it took us a couple of minutes. You can see by the clock here. Anyway, the battery life, again, this is not plugged in, has not been plugged in yet. I'm sure they recommend that you do it right off the bat, you know, and charge it. But like I said, I just wanted to see what everything said here, so let's see what the battery says. It's got 4 hours and 50 minutes left, 93% remaining at this brightness level. So, you know, it's for the most part fully charged battery, which is nice because I can take it out and use it right away. And with, you know, full brightness, Wi-Fi on, I think everything else is pretty much on. I haven't changed anything at all. So 4 hours and 50 minutes based on that estimate, you know, that's not too bad. That's plenty of time to watch at least a couple of movies at full brightness. You know, I'm not having any audio going, so, you know, if you're on a plane or something like that, definitely you can go ahead and play a couple movies. Like I said, there's no optical drive on this, but, you know, if you rip your movies or you get them off the iTunes or you get the digital copy or whatever, you know, when you buy the DVD, usually they give you a digital copy or something. Save them on here. It's got 160 gig hard drive. This one's got the new Intel Atom N450 at 1.66 gigahertz, which, you know, is a little bit of the same specs of the old, was it the 270 processor, the Atom 270, but this one apparently has more battery life because it has an integrated video and the whole thing uses less power altogether, so that's the reason why I hopped on this one. It's got the new Pine Trail chipset in there. Let's see. It only comes with a gig of RAM because that's one of the limitations Microsoft puts on these netbooks. In order for them to have, at the time it used to be you can only get XP Home on them. Now you've got Windows 7 Starter. They didn't ever really offer Vista Starter here in the US. So one of the limitations of getting Windows 7 Starter is to only have a gig of RAM. So let's see if we can... Alright. And like I said here, yeah, the Intel N450 at 1.66 gigahertz. Installed memory, a gig, which you can upgrade. It's not too much of a pain. Yep. And I probably will do this. I just don't have it on me right now. But essentially you take out these 3 screws and then you push up. You shove a little thin screwdriver or something, push up either here or here, and the keyboard will lift up. You can pop it out, be careful, there's a ribbon cable holding it in. And then right about here is where the memory is. It's one single DDR2 SODIMM slot, and just pop out the 1 gig, put in a 2 gig, and it'll be all set. So anyway, that's that. So yeah, it's with 1 gig of RAM here. So looks like that seems to be okay. Let's see, what other specs do we have here? And Windows is already pre-activated, so that's nice. I don't have to do anything about it. Alright, I'm going to close this off. Alright, well, both these Bluetooth mice seem to be giving us trouble. This one, I can't recall the last time I used it, but I'll have to check. Maybe I tossed it away because it wasn't working. This one's brand new, so I imagine it should be working here, but for whatever reason we're not getting it to go today. So who knows what the problem is. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, I'll go ahead and just use this old-fashioned radio mouse, which again is a little tiny adapter, which, pull out the Bluetooth one here, and slide it in, and it should work just fine. And this one is a little square thing, but no big deal. Again, it's small enough that it shouldn't get caught up on too much. Successfully installed. Excellent. Alright, there's a little mouse wiggling around there so we know it works. And then we'll do that so that way I don't have to reach across and play with the trackpad while I'm doing this. Like I said, I was telling you, you can't change the background screen here normally, where you can choose personalize and change this background from the default, Windows flag and all that. Can't do it here. But there, like I said, there you can read about it on the internet. Bing search it, Google search it, whatever your favorite thing is. And there's a little hack for that. Alright, and that's about it. There's not really too much I can tell you. This doesn't have much of anything installed. I didn't want anything installed. I didn't opt for their Office. I didn't opt for any of that stuff. It's got Accurate Reader, which is pretty much you need. Cozy calendar, lovely. A couple of Dell things. A webcam application. So it does come with a 1.3 megapixel webcam. That's handy to have. And their software isn't too horrible. As a matter of fact, I've gone to hotels, and when it seemed a little shady, I've left my laptop on, connected to the Wi-Fi in the hotel, or through my broadband connection, and set the motion detector software in the webcam on. So that way, if anybody walks in, immediately it sends a message to my phone with an email, and again on the Droid, got it, and basically know when someone's walking in the room. I got pictures of them, I got video of them, and that's kind of handy. Plus, it sucks to leave your laptop out where someone can see it, but if the video's on, at least it puts them on their best behavior, because they know at least they're being recorded, and if they feel they have to steal the thing, well, that just makes it even more incriminating, because again, I've got a broadband card in mine. I can do a GPS location on it and figure out where it's, where it is. But I do like the fact that the built-in webcam is there. So that way it does, have the motion detection. So when we travel a lot, it's nice to have that webcam turned on. Whenever anything happens in the room, we know exactly what happened, when it happened, and we can do something about it at that point. But that's pretty much it. Does look like they give you a trial version of Microsoft Office. Yeah, 60-day trial. Excel, OneNote, PowerPoint, Word. So that's handy. But all in all, I'll have to get this all set up, connected to our network, and see if anything needs to be done. But for the most part, I think that's pretty much it for the unboxing of the Dell Mini 10.